Tonight's episode of Live from My Mother's Basement is sponsored by Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey. They specialize in printing, copying, signs, banners, branding, apparel, postcards, flyers, graphic design, and so much more. Look them up on the internet at Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey, or you can give them a call at 908-857-4644. 3, 2, 1, and there it is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, wherever you are watching this podcast. Welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement. I'm very excited to be in the actual basement I grew up in right now with one of my favorite characters, and I say character because he's a character. When you're born and raised in an area called Jersey City, New Jersey, you become a character. I don't even know his real name. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnny Salami.
What's going on, everybody? How are you? What's up, pal? How you doing?
Finally, this is your third time on the show, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I came in the wintertime when no one would bring you food.
Oh, so here comes the first story.
And you were struggling over there.
That was my birthday.
It was your birthday, and then nobody showed, and you felt so depressed. And I was banging on the window, and then you wouldn't hear it, and you had the thing going on, and I'm calling my friend up. I go, and then he's calling you as I'm on the phone with him. And
saying that Johnny's at the door.
At the door, and they couldn't
believe it. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
Because the snow was up to here.
All right. Well, we just sounded like two jitterbeeps, and half the people watching have no idea what we just said. So why don't we start with that story? It was February. It was February 2nd. It was my birthday. I don't think it was last year. Was it last year during the pandemic?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Or the year before the
during the pandemic, yeah.
Whenever it was, I was supposed to have a psychic on the show.
Yeah, but wasn't a psychic.
And the psychic calls and says, there's snow out. It's really, really treacherous. I can't make it. Mm-hmm. And I said, then what kind of a psychic are you that you didn't know? You should have predicted it. And he didn't. The weatherman knew, but the psychic didn't know.
Yeah.
And that went to destroy the actual food that I was supposed to have with him on the show, because the food company couldn't come because of the snow. He was supposed to bring some food, but he didn't. And I'm complaining live that my guest's not coming. There's no food here. All of a sudden, there's a loud knock on my window over here. There's a window over here, over there. And all of a sudden, you just hear, "Open the door! Open the door!" Because there were snow drifts that was so high, you couldn't get in the front or the back of my house. And then my phone's ringing. And I don't remember who was calling me going, Johnny Salami. Was it Ray Lynn?
Oh, it was Ray Lynn. Oh,
so it was Ray Lynn. Johnny's at the door. Johnny's at the door. I'm like, no, he's not at the door. He's at the window. He can't get to the door.
Yeah.
And somehow, like Santa Claus, he comes down the chimney.
With food.
With food.
With food.
And it wasn't even from his place.
No, it was from some other place. And the guy threw me out. He goes, "Oh, there's too much snow. You got to leave. You got to leave. Here's some garlic knots and some other crap he gave me."
Yeah.
And I just left with it. It was good. Worked out all right.
Yeah, Santa Claus brought me some garlic knots. Look at the size of Santa. The Italian Santa.
Yeah, I'm a little fat.
He don't come down the chimney and he bangs on the door. Come on, I'm out here.
I'm out here.
The Italian Santa. Crackers, what the hell am I going to do with this shit? Give me a slice of pizza.
Yeah. It's funny, we have some good stuff tonight.
Yes, we're going to have some great stuff. You can tell us all about it. Why don't you first start us off with, Johnny used to come every Tuesday night. A couple of times we had him on the show just so people could meet him, but the joke was we never saw his face. We only saw the hand, and the hand came across the screen with food. Food, right.
Yeah.
And we got the food from Hero Kings of Nutley, New Jersey, and we always yelled out number 4 because that was the Italian sandwich in my name.
Yeah, and your name was on the lights on the wall.
Yes, my name was on big lights.
Yeah.
Not on Broadway.
No.
Not in Vegas. No, at Hero Kings in Nutley.
Sub shop, 300 square feet. You put the key in the door, you bust the window. That's how small it was. It was really ridiculous. The mice were hunchbacked. Oh, there wasn't mice, but
rats. A lot of rats.
A lot of rats, yeah.
He had the smallest luncheonette in the history of luncheonettes.
Yeah, you did come by there that time. He did a little. He was selling some shirts, and it was around the pandemic time, right? Right before.
This is one of these delis where you go in there, you have the greatest sandwich you ever had in your entire life, but if there's somebody next to you, there's an elbow in your ear. That's how small it is.
Yeah, it was small. It's like being in an elevator with a slicer. It was ridiculous how small that place was.
It'd be even funnier if anybody knew what a slicer was.
Oh yeah. We did have a girl with big arms, but only the right arm. She was huge. JoJo.
There's so many places don't have the slicer. How bad
guys-
could that be? Like you go to Subway and they just take it out of that little. I mean, I don't go there. I'm just saying I saw.
Okay. Triangle cheese. How you cut that?
You're right.
Right? They got triangle cheese and all that other ham. It's like triangle. Like, how you cut that? That's a machine cut that.
Let's go in reverse here. Tell us about Nutley King, which was one of the greatest places to get a sandwich, Hero King's, in Nutley, New Jersey. The word alone says everybody here is Italian, get out.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody used to grab their goyons when they walked in. I know that guy. I know that guy. You guys had pictures on the wall. Little tiny place.
It's so amazing how everybody in Nutley really does sound the same.
They all sound like
they
sound like they're constipated. But everybody knew your picture on the wall. Yeah, I seen that guy. That guy is good. My mother loved him. Guy had no neck like this. Hey, easy on that cheese. I got a problem there.
Everybody in Nutley looks like a sandwich.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
And everybody got a nickname.
No necks.
Bobby No Neck.
Yeah.
Why they call him No Neck?
I asked the guy why you have a no neck. He goes, I'm always in front of the judge going, hey, I don't know anybody.
That's really funny. It's okay to laugh. We can laugh.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
What's your
It's so
case about?
true.
I got to use the bathroom. We can't at Mike's. It's broken.
Oh yeah, you
It's
can't
all
just-
stopped up.
Oh yeah, that's your deal here.
Oh,
We had a
fine, go on.
bathroom so small that if you didn't the number 2, you had to leave your feet out the door because it was so small you couldn't close. It was so it was. If you looked at the airline, that was a bigger bathroom than I had in my little sandwich shop. It was ridiculous, but the rent was cheap, so you made a profit.
How long did you have the sandwich
That
shop?
was a couple of years. I was like almost 8-9 years at one time. That was fun. Then we built a couple other ones in Newark and then down in Point Pleasant, and it just got to the point, I'm done with this.
Why'd you stop?
Because a friend of mine was showing me the alkaline water business,
Oh.
and then I got involved in it, and it's one of the best things I ever got involved in.
So you stopped doing the sandwiches to get into water. You
Well,
stopped.
the
You stopped
employees-
having very healthy, fat sandwiches to get in healthy water.
Exactly. Cancer can't live in an alkaline state of a body, basically, it says. Dr. Otto Warburg, 1931, won the Nobel Peace Prize. Then he disappeared because he aggravated everybody. Gone. It's a true story. He's gone.
I love the way you talk. It's like in.
He had a different way in 1931. You see, the old days they used to take cubes of sugar and put it under your tongue, and then the cancer would go there because they didn't want to operate on the whole body. That's true. And then what happened is the cancer. It's easy to get at it. Let's just say it that way. The doctor doesn't want to work and look like the doctors don't. Doctors all suck now. They're terrible. Have you been to a doctor recently?
Yes, I've been to a doctor recently, and I had a prostate
Okay.
exam. It was beautiful. We had a long talk. We went to lunch.
Yeah.
He's a dentist, but he knows how to finger your ass.
Yeah, they all do. They
Yeah.
all do. Coming out singing show tunes.
He asked me for a copay, and I said, "Oh."
I could sing that song Rent after I came out of the colonoscopy. 1,300. Remember that song?
Well, what made you go from the sandwiches to water?
A friend of mine was Korean who spoke 9 languages. Was really, really intelligent. And he really got in my face and said, listen, this is the wave of the future. And I believed in him. And that was 12 years. I was doing it plus the sandwich shop. I was building. And then I built a pet division that I'm in the process right now with Farmer's Dog. So we'll see what happens there. Things are happening.
It's the funniest thing. You hear a guy who makes sandwiches who jumps over 8 feet snowdrifts to get me a slice of pizza.
Before Uber was doing this.
Yes, before Uber.
You know what's funny? 8 years ago or 9 years ago when they came to me, Uber, I threw them out. I said, there's no way. There's no way there's going to be a delivery service for 30. You're going to charge me 30% on the VIG. It's like gangsters. Hey, I'm going to charge you 30% if you could deliver the food. No, I got a guy who can do that for $5.
Yeah, but it's a big business and everybody's doing it. And I'll
Since
tell you
the
what,
COVID.
when I come in to Newark Airport, now actually Uber matches cab drivers. You might as well just get a cab. I've taken Ubers, same price as the cab. You don't have to wait.
Yeah.
The only problem with the cab drivers is they don't speak English and they sound like they're going to kill you and they smoke more cigarettes than I know what to do with.
You can't find an American cab driver. It's
Could you
impossible.
imagine? Hi, I'm your cab driver. My name is Steve. Bullshit.
And from no, when you give them $100 bill, they want to kill you.
Yeah.
They get, I got no change. I was bullshit all day long with people, and they get mad when you give them a big bill. Try it. Give an Indian a big bill. They go nuts.
Something was wrong with my Uber application the last time I was at the airport, let's say a week ago. And I says I want to take a cab. I got in the cab and the guy goes just like this. Where you going? I'm like, oh, fuck. Give me a different cab driver. I'm the only one. 155. I keep windows open. You breathe. It's okay.
Oh yeah, they got that little palm tree and crap. It's nasty.
Oh,
It
it
smells.
smells like shit.
They do that on a plane to me every single time. I always get the fat ass that sits on the right, and the other fat ass sits on the left, and then they all want to talk.
What are you doing in the middle?
I don't know.
I never get a middle seat.
I always get screwed. And what happens is they're talking, and this guy says to me, "Where you going? Where you going?" I go, "Look at your ticket. We're going to the same place."
Yeah.
He left me alone. The whole trip. He left me alone.
where
I
you
embarrassed
going?
him. Hey, look at the ticket. We're all going to the same place.
Where you going?
Yeah.
We're going
But I
to
always get stuck
Florida.
on a plane. Oh, that's funny. I saw you in the airport that time. I was going to Florida. That's when they were doing that show, Gravesend.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
saw you at the Boca Box, and you killed down there.
Boca Black Box, Boca Raton, Florida. It's a great place. Get the food someplace else
Don't
and
get
then
the-
go to the Boca Black Box.
Go to the Greek restaurant next door. And they take 1,000 years to get your shavaki.
Or the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, the Dunkin' Donuts is good there.
Yes, get yourself a nice egg sandwich and then go watch comedy.
Yeah. It's true. But the Greek restaurant is funny. They got old spoons. It's rusty. I'm like, oh, all right.
And everybody's yelling and screaming and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, they do.
My cousin says you didn't want to get in his cab. Fuck. How do you remember this shit?
It's true. It's absolutely true.
I think it would be fun to own a deli. It must be fun to make some sandwiches. Maybe there's people that suck after a while. But you had such great stuff over there. Not only were the sandwiches great,
Thank
but
you.
like the macaroni salad, potato salad, the sides,
Yeah, they were good.
the
Yeah.
drinks, the Coca-Cola, the root beer, the cream sodas,
The birch beer.
birch.
Oh, and we had chocolate egg cream. No one else
I didn't
had
like that.
I know you didn't like that.
I
but
hated that.
I got people coming and going, "Oh, you got any chocolate egg cream?" And it was always the friends of the neighborhood.
There was a whole thing in the news about how an egg cream doesn't have an egg in it.
No,
Did
it
you know
doesn't.
that?
No, it has seltzer.
Yes. But then it's not actually not even called an egg cream. It's ech cream.
No. Well, you can get
It means with.
You can still get it at Holstein's in Bloomfield.
Oh, nice Italian deli.
Yeah, Holstein's.
Holstein's.
That's the last thing. The Sopranos. That's the last scene.
Oh, is that right?
That was the last scene when they were all sitting there. Remember, and that was pretty cool.
Well, you coming all the way down from up north, right? Or are you coming from the beach?
I was south.
All right,
this
wow.
weekend. I was at the Tiki Bar.
Here's a guy who can't stop drinking on a Monday.
No, I love my Monday Tiki Bar. I drank so much there that they're giving me a day to myself. I swear
Johnny
to God,
Salami Day.
I'm having a day at the Tiki Bar. There's no joke. I'm having a day at the Tiki Bar, and I have a little person with me coming because he's going to dress up in different outfits, and people like that. So I'm going to blow their minds. I paid for it. I didn't care.
All right, so he's saying little person because he doesn't want to say midget because
Oh,
supposedly we're not
yeah.
allowed to say midget. But this is my show.
All right, you want to
and
say midget? I say
He's a
midget.
little midget.
Oh my God, I can't wait to
small
bring him in the
person.
club and they're gonna proof him, and he's this big. He's gonna go underneath the thing in the Tiki Bar.
hilarious.
I'm gonna film it. I'm gonna give it to you.
He's here right now. He can't get into the camera lens.
No, he
He's just
can't. No, he's
underneath
too
he's
small.
underneath the bar.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
take him to the Jet games, right? 'Cause I'm a Jet fan. Now all these Jet fans want to be Jet fans now. Everybody's coming out of the woodwork. We were losing our whole life. That's true. We've been losing our whole life since 60. We're the oldest team that never won a playoff or anything, so we're really kind of pissed. So there's girls who go to the game and they show their chest just to growl things up. And you
Yes.
hear Joe Nolan, first down. You don't hear that much, but
Usually when girls show their tits, it rivals up the game. Wait till
Oh,
you see
yes,
Wait
I
till you
think
see what he's
that-
going to do to the midget.
oh yeah, I can't wait to the midget. Tiki Monday is called Strippers and Clippers. It's called Industry Monday because the strippers don't work that day and the Clippers. So they mix them together and it's pandemonium. It's like, yeah, it's crazy and I love it. I really do.
We're talking about a bar down on the Jersey Shore in Point Pleasant that's been around for a very long time, right?
Too long.
Tiki Bar, Jenkinson's, all these great places that tons of people from, let's say, the northern areas of New Jersey go, like Jersey City people, Nutley people, Bloomfield people.
They all go there.
A lot of guys with,
No necks.
no necks. I'm going to Jenkinson's.
I'm going to Jenkins.
Who's
for a
going to be
drink.
there? You want to go to the gym? I'm already there.
Pick one up, but I put one down.
When we were younger, everybody in Jersey City and these northern areas, they called us not only Guidos but Bennies. What was the Benny analogy? Bergen County, Essex County,
Yeah, Bergen
Union,
County.
Newark.
We came from North Jersey, but we put people on the map down there. We spent money so those kids could go to school down there. And without us down the Jersey Shore, they're screwed.
here, man.
They're screwed down the Jersey Shore without us. You know that as well as I do.
One of the reasons why I owned the house on the Jersey Shore for so many years is because everybody from North Jersey came and spent money to be in the house. That's the way we afforded the mortgage. We're talking about Belmont, New Jersey, where at one time, 1986, there was 22 bars in a 1 mile square radius. Can you say illegal liquor licenses?
Yes. And I could say I was at every one of them.
Yes, all the time, because you could walk to them.
But wait a minute. But your backyard was a bar, too. You had that big ice that we used to put all our lips on that ice. And you used to shoot the shots down there, you and your brothers.
Yes, because when you lick ice and it melts, you can lick it again. It was very genius. We're talking about an area where there were more parties than the legendary now Seaside, where they do the Jersey Shore show. So back in the day, in the 80s, in the early 90s, when we were partying in Belmar, everybody formed their own little club.
Yes.
Which was kind of like, let's say, a frat house. Because a lot of people from Rutgers, they rented houses down on the Jersey Shore in this area. They trashed their houses. When the summer was over, they left it all jacked up.
Sheetrock. You had to get sheetrock, and everybody was putting garbage in the holes. They busted all, so they just throw the garbage in there and sheetrock it and say, okay.
Sealing the garbage.
We really did that. Not in the Womack house next door, because Michael used to live next door in Belmar, and he had the shore house with the board. You go surfing, the whole 9 yards. We had an ironing board. We were called the farmhouse. We were next door to him. And the farmhouse had a bunch of farmers. We were kooks. I broke the swing in there. And there was a girl, she was a little heavy, and the spring broke, and Mr. Womack wanted to kill me. He didn't want to give me my deposit back. But he was the principal of my sister's school in Harrison, and if I didn't give him a check, he was going to leave her back. He left her.
It was a great time. See, what was happening is everybody wanted to create one of the best houses. Now, a lot of the houses were named after colleges. So you had like maybe Delta, Farakai, Hepakai, Wakakai.
Right.
But what about the local people who actually didn't go to college and they didn't belong to a fraternity? So we made up names for our own house. I used to originally be Marino's Yacht Club. And there was these guys called the Yo Trixie Society, which is Lenny from around the corner. There was Club 900. They called themselves the Farmhouse, and their tag was, "We'll plow anything."
I didn't think he was going to come out with that. I don't think he was going to come out with that, but that is so goddamn true.
Yes, we know.
We had some winners in our house, so I'll tell you one thing.
Yes.
You know when the girls leave late in the morning? Well, they left late at night because they were scary looking. They didn't leave in the daytime. Listen, you got to leave. No, they would scare the kids.
They would try to do what we were doing. So when we took our summer-ending photograph with the big surfboard in front of us, they had their ironing board, and one guy was ironing an iron, another guy had a plow stick.
I had a plow
from raking the lawn.
I sent you that picture years ago.
It's disgusting. But, if you see these two plaques on the walls behind us, this one here says, Wiffle Ball Championship, and this one says most legendary member. We're not going to say what it really means, but you could just go ahead and have fun with that.
Yeah.
And I remember we formed Yo Trixie to the Marino's Yacht Club. That's when we formed the Shore House, and we called it SURE, the Shore House. You were sure to have a good time. And our phrase was, we're #1 in summer fun, and that's why we say get wet today.
Yeah, they had a lot of catch lines. We had nothing. We were plowing away.
We had a couple of guys. That's all they did was a bunch of
Plowing
lines.
away. And we had one bathroom.
When's the party?
Oh yeah, yeah. Remember that? Holy
Shit.
yeah. To get a hot girl, you needed that back then. They would stop on a dime like a pigeon.
That's wrong, man.
It was like Wonder Bread. Hey, can I do a bump? Can I do a bump? Can I do a bump? Hey, those Sergio taquinis, you got that nice.
You want a bump? There's one in the bathroom
Yeah, you want a
waiting
bump?
for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you where it is.
Oh, they were like pigeons.
I didn't do that, man. No way. I was too busy videotaping everything, making
No,
sure
I
we
did
had
it. I
documentaries.
did it. I did it. It was okay at the time.
We had so much fun in this time. The music was great.
Not
the people
now.
were great. And we all hung around at one very specific place. Why don't you tell them about it?
DJs.
No, come on.
Montego Bay. Montego Bay.
DJs, in our eyes, back at that time, was for college kids.
Yes.
We were the so-called Guidos from northern Jersey, so we went to Montego Bay.
Monguido Bay.
Monguido Bay.
With a stainless
Mo Bay,
steel dance floor.
so you could break dance and spin on your back.
And we did. And we absolutely did.
Not good.
No.
But
He had
enough.
red shoes. He had
They're right over there.
They were,
On the wall.
here you go.
I keep a lot of this shit.
We had, I don't know how you kept those. We had the Reeboks with the wigwam socks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were
big,
terrible.
big socks.
Oh yeah, and the elastic never worked. It always went down,
Speedos.
yeah.
I never had a Speedo, but there was some guys in there with Speedos, and you just didn't want a meatball sandwich after that scene.
What's the worst shenanigans you pulled in your show house?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
I got one you're gonna love.
In my house?
No, our house.
Your house.
We had the outside shower, and
Oh.
this guy Skinny Frankie, we fixed him good. We put Neat in a shampoo, and half of his hair came out. We said he had kids.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you meant that. We did that shit too.
He screwed this girl that one of our friends really liked. He goes, "How are we gonna get him?" And of course, I was always the prankster. I'm like, "Cause I got this Neat. This other girl who left it here. She needed it for her legs. Put it in a Prel. That's what the shampoo at the time was. Prel. I'll never forget it.
Prel. Pert.
Pert. And we put it in there. We mixed it up. And Frankie's going like this. And he goes, "What's up, asshole?" That's how he talked. And all of a sudden, all the hair started coming out by noon.
And it smells like shit.
No,
Yup.
you didn't really smell it because the Prel was half
Oh,
and half.
You had your disguise on.
Yeah, we had a disguise on because that stuff is potent, but it's like bleach poured on your head. But with that stuff, it worked out perfect for us. And he had half a hair going down. Oh, it was terrible.
I, like you, being the prankster in my house, we used to do this shit to everybody all the time. There was no safe place. If I was in town, you were going down. And I remember this guy, Lenny Beccaro. He and his brother, Rich Beccaro, rented the top deck. And they were always like, the girls, the girls, this is what I got. So he kept on bragging about this weekend. He's got the hottest girl coming down from Nutley, and she's a real Guidette. So he goes to the outdoor showers. Everybody had outdoor showers. They were the best.
The best.
And when he was in the shower, we took all his clothes and his towel. And when he popped open the door, I had my one brother standing there with a hose. Another brother was standing there videotaping it. And I took a big thing of Bisquick and I threw it all over his body. Because he can't get the Bisquick out of the hair.
Oh.
It sticks. So once he shut off the shower, I just went boom, and it's all on tape too. It's hilarious. And he stood there because I got him in the face, and he's going like this. Just tell me what it is. Just tell me what it is. What the fuck is with Mike? Mike, it's always Mike. And I go, how'd you know it was me? It blinded you. I'm not here. Everybody's blaming me.
I know, it's true. Well, they always blame me for everything, so I was used to it.
But when I hit him with the Bisquick, it took a long time for him to get it out. So we made him stand still, and we shot him with the hose because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And, of course, we shot him in the balls.
Yeah, of course. That's where you aim.
I've got to hit that. It was like shooting a clown with water
Yeah,
on the...
bing.
Got him in the nuts. So then he goes out on a date with the girl, and me and my friend Tim went up to his room. This is later after we had gone out and had some drinks. And we filled his room with all nasty Playboy memorabilia. We put Penthouse magazines opened, and we took Lubriderm and shot it, making
Okay.
it look like he jerked off on all the pictures. Then we took some condoms, and we put them on the hair dryer.
Yeah.
And I hid in the closet with the camera. So when he came home, all you heard was like, Micah! girl. And she goes, this place is crazy. You guys are fucked up. You're fucked up. And he didn't score that night. And I'm there rolling. This is great. This is great. Now you're talking, I must have been, what, 23?
Yeah. I'm a little.
I love doing all
yeah,
that.
It was back then. A lot of good memories.
Well,
I put my buddy Mark's. Well, he used to use Playboy books for a different thing, for activities, and we put them in the freezer. And I forgot I left them in there, and they got all stuck together. And they were not cheap at that time. Playboy was expensive.
Playboy.
And I stuck him, Mark C. That's all I can say. I'm not going to say his rest of his name. Anyway, I put him in the freezer, and they stuck together. You dirty rat, he goes.
Penthouse.
He talked on the side of his mouth. You dirty rat. Like Joey Buttafuoco's wife when she talked on the side of her mouth.
That's wrong, man. That's wrong. We'll be right back after this commercial break. They came out in the news again. I think they're having like some kind of reality.
She married a guy that looks just like her ex-husband.
Like Joey.
Yeah, Joey Buttafuoco. If people don't remember Joey Buttafuoco,
That's so wrong.
It is the best. He was the best. Kevin, I was.
He really didn't mean it. He loves me.
He shot me right in the head.
It's a good
When
thing.
you say Joey Buttafuoco, people are like, hey, you got Buttafuoco. What's that?
You ever hear what happened to Joey Buttafuoco? No, what happened? What's your story?
There was some crazy times back then.
Yes.
Remember how that? And then the girl cut the penis off the guy? Brandon Bobbitt.
Yeah, I don't even know how we go down this street. We were talking about Montego Bay. Now we're talking about a dick getting clapped
No,
up.
it got cut off. But you don't.
And then they found it and put it back on.
The dog found it. The German Shepherd had the penis in his mouth. Who owns this?
Could you
They
imagine?
sewed it back. I tell people these stories. These young kids, they don't believe me. They think then they have to Google it. Hey, I got to Google this. Joey Buttafuoco.
Joey Buttafuoco
They got to Google this
and
stuff.
the Long Island Lolita. That was that.
Yeah.
And then Lorena Bobbitt, that she chopped off that guy's penis.
And she wasn't that hot.
And a good chunk of it
Bobbitt.
flew in the air. And they found it and they put it back on. And then he went out and made porn.
He made porn. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
imagine
made
that.
porn. Yeah, it's stumpy.
Half cock. And we'll be right
you
back
imagine-
after this word from our sponsors.
Yeah. We need stuff like that today.
Yes, because we were having fun.
How about a young girl who's crying? I've seen her just a couple weeks ago.
Who?
This young girl was crying because my boyfriend broke up with me on text. So I said, okay. So I hug her, and we take a picture together like this, and we text her back. I said, I'm a billionaire, and I'm going to be banging her and all her girlfriends at the same time, and she's going to let me do it. The guy, the phone,
Oh, he saw
he
that?
called back. He called back. He was driving
Oh.
her crazy. Young girl. I said, let's get back at him. It was the classic act. That's how you get back.
Paper trail. Because
Yeah.
if you're talking about the days when we were hanging in Montego Bay, to get a girl's phone number, you had to ask for it, write it on a piece of paper. Now, I collected everything. I have all these phone numbers that I collected back that time. There's no area code.
It's funny you said
There's no area code. Everything was 201 at the time.
201. It's funny you said. We brought a smart kid out, Mark C. again, who talks like this. He was a brainiac. I'll tell you his name later. He was a brainiac, and we said, Mark, remember this girl's number. Remember this girl's number. We get home, he remembered these girls' numbers. It was amazing.
I could never.
Yeah, well, thank God we brought him out. That was the reason why we took him out
never.
with us.
That was the hardest thing, remembering somebody's phone number. You got to get that little piece of paper and hope when you get home it actually worked. Then you had to go to a landline and hope you get it. In our beach house, we had a blackboard and chalk, and we would write down who called because it was a message machine, and the outgoing message machine would actually announce how many guys were actually in the house and where they were at the time. I made it up. I didn't make it like a rap song, right? But we used to write down at 2 o'clock, Fran called for Joe. At 4 o'clock, Lisa called for Bob. 3:30, nobody called for Len. And we would put it all over for hours. Nobody called. Len, nobody called. Nobody
tortured
called.
him.
No, oh, we tortured him.
People threw a lot of stuff. He had a convertible on the block, a
Yup.
Saab.
The sob.
And if we
That
had
was
garbage,
such
we
a-
had garbage, we walked past it, just tossed it in.
Yup.
We all... Banana peel, just toss it in the Saab.
No, you're talking about the 80s. When you were going down the Parkway, you had no problem taking a hamburger wrapper and throwing it out the
throw it
window.
out. That's like the best job on the turnpike was those people who work at the turnpike, and you ask them for directions. Oh, you got to make a left. You're going to make a right. Oh, you're going to your new six house. Oh, you go there. They knew all the stuff. But if they didn't go to work, they put a basket there. How's that job security? You get a little bit, and you had to throw the 35 cents in. Remember?
25.
I remember 35.
I remember 25 cents. It was just a quarter. You never threw the quarter. You just grabbed a rock and threw it in that thing.
You beeped the horn and you
Boom.
went through.
Sorry.
Beat the horn.
It bounced. I don't know what happened. But that was so much fun.
Oh God, that was.
Now, Montego Bay, this club that we're talking about, with all the mighty clubs that were in the area, this was the one to go to at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. It could be 100 degrees, and people went in there at 3 o'clock. You remember when the windows used to get fogged up?
It was
You couldn't even
ridiculous.
see people were in there. And then every once in a while, you'd see like 5 guys actually come through the glass. 'Cause
Right.
there was fights in there all the time, which was great because I didn't get in none of that shit. I would just hide under the table and go, kill him, and then I'd go take their girl.
We had Richie Kaspari with us one time, big bodybuilder. Remember how
really?
big he was? And
The real Kaspari?
Yeah, he came in and hanging out with us. And back in the day, he was scooping all the chicks. And then we were like, you ever see the big shark? It's like the big shark, and then all the little sharks on the bottom. Whatever he said, I don't want to go. We brought back to the farmhouse.
What he don't eat, we eat.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't want that. We'll
Whatever,
take it.
whatever falls off his plate, we'll suck
Oh,
it down.
throw that over to us. Yeah,
got-
it's good eating.
You get the hot-looking girl, we'll take her friends. They got good personalities.
Yeah, but there was some big dudes in there on steroids back in the day. There was monsters in there. Again, no neck.
No neck, but they all worked out from the waist up. They had skinny legs and huge chests.
Oh yeah,
and
chicken
arms.
legs. They all had chicken legs.
Yes, because we had a thing called baggies, and the pants were so baggy. Why bother working out your legs? You can't see them. They're under a curtain.
Belmar Gym. Remember that gym?
Yes,
What was the name of it?
Belmont. No, Iron City Gym
Iron City. I had this. I had
with the
this shirt.
gorilla.
The gorilla. That was gorilla wear. Remember those ugly pants? They
Yes,
were
but they
terrible?
were called something else, like
That
jerseys.
gym
or
was
something.
so old. The weights were rusty. You pull the thing.
They had sand weights, so if you had a 10, you probably had a 6.5.
Yeah, the sand weight. All that crap. They had the worst weights you could ever imagine. Then they had milk jugs. Hey, lift. You want to lift? Take the milk jugs.
You gotta do shoulder shrugs.
Yeah. And then the fan went by like this, real slow. Never forget it. It said it was a black fan. Hunter.
Yeah, like the one that's on in the basement right now. We're sweating at 100 degrees.
Oh yeah. I didn't go there, but
Wasn't it fun going to Iron City Gym? Because everybody is in there with cut-off shirts, and your stomach would stick out. Remember, they cut off the sleeves, but they cut off the waist.
Yeah.
And there were just some people in there that should have taken a shower before they went, but
Well,
they
some
didn't.
Some people didn't know how to cut their shirts correctly.
I cut mine. We call it tightening
Of course,
up.
you guys did.
Tighten it
Of
up.
course, you guys did. You guys, we looked like rags.
I can't
we
cut
were cut-
tonight's shirt. Tonight's shirt
Yeah,
is
yeah,
sponsored by Minuteman Press, and we're going to talk all about that.
Oh.
But maybe in a couple of weeks when this starts shrinking, I will cut off the sleeve. Either that or I'm going to have to start working out.
Yeah. Remember Shams the Baron? They made you look
Shams.
big. They had the elastic on the arms, and they made you look even bigger than you were. You'd be a twig, and you still look big.
Shams the Baron. I don't even know what that meant.
I don't know.
We wore Shams the Baron, Capizios,
Your car.
Dracar Noir. There was nobody had a different cologne on.
Wait a minute, you
was
have
in,
one of them upstairs?
it was in your IROC. No, I don't have any Dracar. If anything, I have the empty bottle. I have the football player.
You do?
You remember him?
You're a sick bastard. But the best tanning cream was what?
Ben Désolé.
You can't buy it.
It's gone?
No, you can't buy it.
Really?
Google it. It costs $200 to $400.
Really?
I have a tube with a pair of pliers. I get a little bit out at a time.
There used to be the tube.
I cook
and
with that shit. Forget about it. It's
like
it's
Crisco.
unreal. It's unreal. It says cancer causing right on it. That's how bad that thing is. But
Ben
it works.
Désolé for that what was it? Ben Désolé for that Saint-Tropez tan.
Yeah.
That
It's
was
even
the
hard
song.
to spell when you Google it. It's not bad.
And then there was the little girl with her ass sticking out.
Oh, yeah.
What was her name? Little girl. With
Little
the,
girl with her ass stick up. Today that wouldn't work.
No.
But that tanning cream
What was
does
her
work.
name? Coppertone.
Coppertone. Oh, that's... now
The
you're really
Coppertone
going.
girl.
That was a little
She's
expensive.
probably in her 80s.
Probably now.
Imagine that. She's still in her town. Good times, but
Very good times.
after we partied at these places for a great amount of years, I'd say 5 years was when it was really just jumping. What had happened was some local mayor decided, you know what, we're going to clean up this town and nobody's going to party here like spring break anymore. So they threw a 12 o'clock curfew on all the clubs, which hurt everybody.
Destroyed them.
Because these are clubs that are only open from Memorial Day to Labor Day weekend, and that's when they made their money. But they were so packed, so crowded, that they actually probably killed it and didn't need to be open. There was some that would stay open till like October for like a Halloween party, maybe a New Year's Eve party, but they would close. So when they closed at midnight, I think it lasted another 2 years. That's when our house said, you know what, we're going to be Montego Bay. And we went over there and we stole their rug and we draped our entire driveway with their rug. And we had the first annual Shore House summer opening bash. And at that time, we had a thing called open house. Would you like to tell them what open house is?
No, it was insane.
Open house means anybody walking down the street can see what's going on in your yard and say, I think I'll go. And they were welcome. But we were a little bit more clever than that.
Very clever.
Here's the rule. There's 10 guys renting the house for the summer. They're not allowed to invite other men.
Ever.
No man in the house can ever invite another guy. You'll get thrown out. Because if you invite a guy, he's going to come to your party with other guys. If you invite a girl, she's going to come with her friends and some guys because they come with protection. So if you want to have 50% girls and 50% guys, don't invite the guys. They're going to find out where it is, and they're going to sneak in. That's why we always had incredible parties, because the girls outnumbered the guys. Call us selfish or smart.
That is so true.
Smart.
Thank you.
Then
And
you
all
had
my crew, thanks you.
Then we had to have activities. So all around the yard, we would plan an activity. There was the burger area with hot dogs, sausages, and all kinds of great food. And what we did was we took one of those huge multi-gallon gas drums, cut it in half, and we hired somebody to just make hamburgers and hot dogs for hours and hours and hours. And we never ran out. Then we had a keg place on phone. 1, 2, 3, and they would keep on delivering. There was one party we went to 16 kegs, thousands of hamburgers, and to keep people from doing the right thing in the yard, we would sell them a mug. Oh, wait a minute. I actually
You have the mug?
Yeah. The Shore House mug. This one says, the Shore House 4th Annual Summer Bash, June 15th, 1991. And we would buy different colors. There's different colors so that you wouldn't get confused, and we would know what season you were coming to and what party you were coming to. So if you came to the party, we sold you a mug for $10. This means you could use the mug to fill it with beer or whatever you're drinking. You didn't pay for the alcohol. You bought a souvenir.
They were so
Get it?
smart. They were slick next door.
And then at the end of the party or at the end of the night, when people want to leave, there was a swish bucket at the end of the driveway. So if you were walking out and you were leaving, all you had to do was dump your alcohol and take your souvenir home. I remember we had cops waiting at the end of the driveway, and the guy goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I'm selling merchandise. They're buying the merchandise, not the beer, the merchandise. And the guy goes, "Yeah, well, the next time you have a party, have it on my day off. This is insane."
It's true. You couldn't ask for better neighbors. You really couldn't.
Yes, because you didn't have to walk far.
Yeah, we had to walk right there.
You couldn't even get in our house unless you knew somebody, because the house was immaculate. So outdoors, okay, so then you had the DJ, dance contest,
Right.
parties, giveaways. We were sponsored by Budweiser, a bunch of different events. And we had a unused ski boat in the yard, which we put the DJ in.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, and I never forget one day, and I had this on tape because I videotaped everything. I would always videotape.
How big was that video camera you had?
Huge.
That thing was the monstrosity.
VHS, man.
But you went everywhere with it. There you go, Mike.
Stuck to my head.
Everywhere.
I wanted to document everything, but I didn't know I was really making a reality show. But I have a videotape of the morning after a party, and I was shooting from the top. I used to go on the roof of the house. I was shooting down. We wrote the name of the party in the grass with spray cans. It looked like a football field, and there was a tent, and there was the ice block shot, the kegs. Everything was destroyed. The lawn was destroyed, and the DJ boat fell off the trailer, and it was laying down. And I'm rolling. I'm like, oh my God, what a party. What a party. All of a sudden, the hatch of that boat opens up. My friend Tony pops up and goes, what's going on? And then you see some girl's head come out. Is this the party? I'm like, holy shit. They rocked that boat.
They really did.
Got it on tape.
We had a guy that robbed gallons of Gallo wine. He worked for the company at the time in
Where?
Karlstad. And he used to bring us only wine. And that's all we ever had in the house. Big gallons. And we used to bring it to you guys. You guys, I get that
I
shit
don't
out
like
of here.
wine. Nah. Kegs was easy. And
Kegs
then
were easy for you guys.
the illusion of the ice block shot was what made people just keep doing it, not realizing how wasted you were getting because it was a novelty. I don't remember how it started. I think it was '85. It was something that happened at one of the colleges. So we had to outdo everybody. So what do? We take a jet ski trailer, we drive into town, we bought an 800-pound block of ice. He puts the block of ice on the jet ski trailer, wrapped it in towels so it wouldn't fall off the jet ski trailer coming into Belmar because we would lose the chunk of ice because it was slippery. Then we put it on the jet ski trailer, angled it like this, took a bunch of screwdrivers and made tracks. Then we had a bartender stand at the top of the ice block shot, and he would mix a shot, and it would go all the way down to your mouth, and you would suck it. So figure people were just doing it thinking this is cool, and they didn't realize the more you did, the more you actually got wasted. There was Apple Berenson, Sex on the Beach.
Oh, Sex on the Beach was
all
big.
these crazy, stupid drinks. By the end of the night, there was like a big mud puddle right in front of the thing, and everybody was barefoot, and your feet were like black, and you're like,
Mind erasers. That was big.
the mind eraser.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
it. The mind eraser.
Imagine that. Imagine ordering that. Can I have a mind eraser?
Yeah. These kids wouldn't know what that is to make
No.
it. No, it'd be crazy.
There was another one. Was there like a Manhattan special, a Staten Island special, Staten
There was so
Island
many.
drinks? The mind eraser.
But Sex on the Beach. But what was the
on
biggest
the Beach.
song in 84?
Oh shit! I had the music in the car today. I should have brought it in.
Okay.
I had a Montego Bay dance contest, 1986, and Beat is talking on it. There was Dead or Alive, You Spin Me Right Round. That was big.
Hold on. Hands up.
Baby, hands up. Give me your heart. Give me your heart.
So
That was more
stupid.
DJs. That was more I felt very gay while I did that.
That was very gay.
Where's the midget?
That's Monday. Tiki Monday. They had the midget.
Give me your heart. Give me. Then you saw your girlfriend outside talking to another guy. Baby.
Oh yeah. That didn't go well ever anytime.
No.
Because girls were back then would just stick it in our ass, and they would go out of their way to aggravate us and say, "Okay, you bought us drinks all night, but we're going with Joey."
You're talking about a time where the hair was higher than anything you've ever seen in your life. The Aquanet, the boofs, the blue eyeshadow, the neon, Madonna.
Madonna
Haircut
caused
100.
everything. Madonna caused haircut 100. Remember that ad?
Good times.
Went like this.
Flock of Seagulls,
Flock of seagulls.
Men at Work. Too many good things. And Springsteen.
And Springsteen, yeah. Springsteen, every decade he was there. You notice that?
Yup.
Every decade he
Still
was
out
there.
on tour. The guy's
Still
in his
on tour.
70s, still killing it. And food. I remember we'd walk out of Montego Bay, and the first thing you would do is go down the stairs and have 2 dirty water dogs with cooked onions. Right there. Boom. $2.
And the guy had a little lantern.
Yes.
on the hot dog wagon.
he had a seat.
the little lantern.
I'm over here. You walk a half a block, cheesesteak,
Oh yeah.
and
Suck-
right there,
And suck-a-luck and clam.
I never did the clams.
No, that's the
I'm
name
not
of
a
the joint.
clam.
I know,
Suck-a-luck a clam.
Suck-a-luck and clam. That was
Suck-a-luck
next to
and clams.
DJ's. Yeah, it was-
Yes.
Yeah.
Clams on the half shell.
Oh yeah.
People just drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And sandwiches, pizza, cheesesteak.
Then go into the 7-Eleven and curse the guy and drive the guy nuts.
Do you remember
There's
you
that
went to
little-
the 7-Eleven, there was a guy working there, he made the sandwich for you?
Yeah, I do remember
Now
that.
you walk into a 7-Eleven, you're going to have a conversation with people from 6 different continents.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck
I
they're
can't even
saying.
get the plastic off the sandwiches they make.
Yeah.
You need like a wrench.
Remember you got a buttered roll and they put the butter on it in front of you and said, do you want more? Now you get a buttered roll, you got to take all the foil off the fucking thing and go, what is this? What is that? Put some butter on here. You know where it is.
They only put butter on one side, these kids today.
They just spit it on. Here's your butter.
Yeah. They don't even use Brickstone. Use that crap.
When we used to go to the 7-Eleven, there was a guy in there. I forgot what his name was, but he was like 500 pounds. And when there's a 500-pound guy behind a 7-Eleven counter, you're going to eat a great sandwich because he knows how to make it. Look at him.
How about the guy in Midway and Seaside? He was 500 pounds. His fingers look like sausages. He'll have the sausage, and you see his fingers. Forget it. My friend busted his balls so bad one time, a big Italian guy. He goes, all right, how about a nice baked potato over there? And he went absolutely berserk.
Are you talking about Kelly's?
Kelly's was the best.
Remember Kelly's?
Yeah, Kelly.
I didn't really frequent Irish places, but everybody went to Kelly's on Route 35.
You couldn't get over the highway. And that little diner was there. You go to that diner, it was good.
Kelly's is the type of place that would make you the beef brisket or whatever that sandwich was. It was like this high.
Huge.
You couldn't even get your mouth around it. I don't know even why they did that. Like, who's eating this shit? Because you know what you're going to do. You're going to take it out. You're going to make your sandwich a little bit small. It's going to fit in your mouth, and you're taking this home for later.
Mm-hmm. True.
And then you have your pickle.
And then the Polo Club had pretty good food.
Oh, the
Polo Club. Oh, you remember that, huh?
More Guido shit.
You got to go over the highway. And if you were banged up, hey, Joey, is he going to make it? I don't know.
That's so slang. If you were banged up. There was a time where you could walk to these places. You can't walk now.
No, you can't. There's no such thing.
Now you got to take an Uber.
Yeah.
We should just take an Uber.
Mommy said, don't go into a car with strangers. We're doing it now.
I used to walk from Casablanca to Belmar.
No.
Oh, yeah. I made
On a
that
Sunday?
walk. Yeah, and I would call the friends from a payphone. Don't wait up. I'm lost.
Oh, Casablanca on a Sunday.
Casablanca.
They used to do the Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, they did that everything. Nobody knows what the hell we're talking about. This is going to be a great
Bunch of
interview.
guys sitting on the floor doing
Pretending they're rowing a boat.
Yeah.
Like they're Hawaiians.
Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Hey, did you see our president just went to Hawaii?
No.
He said something really funny.
Oh, no.
He did.
What'd he say?
He goes, I was in a fire. And he goes, I almost burnt my Corvette. Look it up. I'm not joking you. I swear to God.
I almost burnt my Corvette.
114 people dead, thousands of people missing. By the way, my Corvette almost went on fire. You can't make this up. Hey, hon, get the hose.
We're talking about one of the hottest cars at that time was a Corvette, a Stingray, or the ever wheeling IROC. I had a IROC Z28, 1986, white with maroon interior.
I had a 68 Camaro convertible, red, with a 327 engine, with 2-barrel carburetor that only went 35 miles an hour. With the beauty rings, but it was convertible, so it was cool.
Because
so
gas was free.
Gas was very cheap. Who was ever president at that time? God bless him. Bring him back.
I drove to Belmar from Nutley on $2 of gas.
It really was. Yeah, it was
and a
ridiculous.
25-cent toll.
Yeah.
I had enough.
I had paid 35 cents.
I had extra money for Ban Désolé.
Ban Désolé was the best.
Not only was it the best time to have some fun and do crazy shit like this, but the food was insane. Really. Still is. Jersey food is the best. You're going to overeat. There's nothing you could do about it. Most Italian people, I think, would never go over somebody else's house without bringing something. It's called never show up empty-handed.
Ever.
He always shows up with something in his hand. What is in these plates? Boom.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We got another plate here.
Yes.
This is a paper plate? That's a regular plate.
I gave you a paper plate.
Yeah.
I have the regular plate. If you could
Nice.
tilt a little bit for screenage.
Oh, little
Up,
screen.
up, up,
Oh,
up.
look at that.
Get,
Oh, there
boom,
you go.
boom.
Look at that.
Okay,
Look at that.
that's some
Sausage
fucking
bread.
monster right there. Now this is what they call a grandma slice of pizza. You might think it's Sicilian. It's not. It's a grandma. Johnny has.
Regular slice and sausage bread.
This is a regular slice. Look at how great this slice is. Thin, well cooked on both sides. The oil is not dripping on his elbow. Boom.
Oops.
And then Johnny brought some other stuff.
Sausage bread. Nice, good sausage bread from Chaffee's.
He's got sausage bread,
Mm-hmm.
and I have
Pepperoni.
pepperoni bread. These are the best. If you were high, you would eat these continually. If you're just drinking beer, you'll stop after a little while because you'll have to go to the bathroom. This is mozzarella.
Fresh.
Fresh. This is so fresh it said, hey, put me down.
It's so fresh he got slapped when he ate it.
Oh, slap your ass. Tell us who your friend is that gave us this great food.
Chaffee's restaurant in
Springfield?
Springfield. They're good people over there. They got good food. They're the only game in town over there. That's why they're so busy.
That
They really are.
This slice of pizza is so good. You can't put it down.
Where's this slice from?
There's just no way I'm going to keep on eating. I can't talk and eat this pizza at the same time, so I'm going to put it down. But a good slice of grandma pizza, if they do it right, a little salty, I got to be honest.
Mm-hmm. And I want to thank my friend Tommy
A
for
little
his
salty.
wine.
I don't have anything to drink. Oh, what's the wine? Your friend's Tommy?
Yeah, good fuck. It's a good fucking wine. Very good. I'm not joking. Yeah, Tommy. He's in the Cadillac clubs. This guy, the big Tommy. Big Tommy.
Big time Tommy?
Big time Tommy.
No,
That's
this
his
is
wine.
Big time Tommy's?
Yeah, big time Tommy.
It is not.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
This is his wine. He's been selling it all winter. He didn't sell it this summer, but this is a winter shit I got.
We have a mutual friend. They call him Big Time Tommy, and they call him Big Time Tommy because he's big,
Very big.
and he knows what time it is. He wears a lot of cologne. If you wear the same cologne, he gets offended.
Yeah, well, true.
But if you don't have any cologne, just hug Big Time Tommy, and
And
you'll
you
have
got
plenty.
cologne.
This is a wine over here called Good Fucking Wine. I didn't know it had anything to do with Big Time Tommy.
Yeah.
But hey, what a great name for a wine. Why not just say it? What's your wine like? It's good.
Fucking
What's it
wine.
called? Good fucking wine. This is fucking good fucking wine. All right. Which brings us to make a quick announcement of our sponsor for tonight's show. Our sponsor for tonight's show has been sponsoring a lot of different episodes of Live from My Mother's Basement, and we've been having a lot of fun. Their company moved to a different location, so we'll talk about that right now. The location, I got to read it. It's Clark. I knew it was in Clark. You know why I know it's in Clark? Because there's a diner in Clark. What are you giving me the glasses for? I got my glasses on.
Oh, you got him on. Sorry.
Clark, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey. You see, it's on the sleeve because they make these shirts. And if you would like to get shirts made by ordering from Minutemen Press of Clark, New Jersey, I'll show you exactly how to do that. But it doesn't stop at just shirts. They make all kinds of great apparel. And look at this good-looking guy.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that stack of cards.
Nice.
It says Minuteman Press, Clark at the top, and right at the bottom it says MikeMarino.net, because I will send you one of these cards if you order one of these shirts at MikeMarino.net. You get one of these for free because I got them from Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey. Are we understanding each other, ladies and
What
gentlemen?
about if somebody walks in Minuteman Press, I want a Marino shirt? They can't do that. You would hit them with the bat, right?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
You would hit them with a bat.
I wonder how that would work.
Yeah,
Imagine
straighten them
that.
out. Imagine that.
I'd like to have a Mike Marino shirt, and all of a sudden Jim goes, shh, okay,
We got it.
we'll make it for you. Just don't tell Mike.
I'm going to go in there and
No,
do it.
How much is it? They're $50.
You want to know something?
Mike sells them for $25 on the internet, but they're made special when you get it here.
That's let me do that. Let me go in there.
What? Bootleg my shirts?
No, not bootleg. I'm going to go in there and bust their chops and see if I can get one. Just to break their chops.
You might not have to. He's sitting here. All right.
I know that.
Let's-
I know that.
let's read-
He's
let's-
got it on his shirt. He
We're
gave
talk-
it away. He gave it away.
We're talking about my sponsor, Jim Mooney from Minuteman Press. He moved from one area to another. This area here in New Jersey is called Clark, New Jersey. There's many different Minuteman Presses, but you got to order from this gentleman, okay? So let's read this copy. My friends at Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey, a full-service printing, mailing, and marketing design firm. That sounds pretty cool, and I like the way I read it. Mm-hmm. I'm really good. All right. They specialize in apparel of all types, featuring both screen printing and embroidery. I pretty much got that across when I said Minuteman Press makes shirts. I like that double finger. Go. Boom. 2 fingers.
People know the hand.
It's a dirty show. Where's the midget? In fact, They printed this shirt. Well, I guess I should have read that first.
Oh. Can you make shirts by Monday?
We know they printed this shirt.
I'm with the midget.
Hurry up with my dry cleaning.
Can you make shirts for me? I'm with the
Would
midget.
you let me finish this
All right.
plug? Minuteman Press of Clark, New Jersey provides thousands of promotional products, paper-based products, signage, and mailing services. In fact, I need a new step and repeat banner, and they make them as well, because I'm going to put my sponsor on my step and repeat banner. My sponsor, Minuteman Press, is going to make my banner and put their name on it.
Nice.
I don't know why anybody ain't laughing at that. It's fucking hilarious what I just said. Okay, anyway.
Okay.
Mention the name Mike Marino, and you can get 10% off. Isn't that gracious of them? Contact Minuteman Press of Clark, New
I'm
Jersey.
thinking of something. That's what it is.
And order something or just Mike Marino stuff. Something. It has to
No,
be
I gotta
anything.
go in there and
You get 10% off if you use my name, Mike Marino.
All right, good.
What are you getting?
I'm getting a bunch of stuff.
You can even get cups.
I'm with the midget.
Shore House Reunion.
He makes those cups.
35 years later. Does he make these cups at Minuteman Press?
Yeah.
Could you? Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking to the wall over there. All right, good.
Yes. And remember, these cups are only for memorabilia. It's not for drinking.
No. But it's a great idea if you own a bar and you don't have a liquor license. There you go. You could thank Mike Marino for that.
I want
Like
you
I'm
to,
selling you merchandise.
would you let me finish this advertisement? They're located at 1120 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey, near the Acme and Manny's Diner. I love the fact that they actually give you landmarks so you don't drive by. Could you imagine that? We're going to Minuteman Press. How do you know you're there? Look up. You'll see Manny's Diner. They're both in the same parking lot. No, he's across the street. Manny's Diner, same side of the street, but a different parking lot. He wrote it down. To
he
reach
wrote
them,
this.
yeah. Let's give out the phone number. To call Minuteman Press, 908-857-4644. That's 908-857-4644. You can email them at nj213@minutemanpress.com. That's nj213@minutemanpress.com. Jim and Seamus. Is it Seamus or Seamus? It's Seamus at Minuteman Press. Seamus is the son. Jim's the father. The Holy Ghost is Johnny. Again, to reach them, call 908-857-4644 or email Minuteman Press, nj213@minutemanpress.com. Minuteman Press is in Clark, NJ, a full-service printing, mailing, and marketing design firm. In fact, anybody out there who buys shirts from me, you'll notice they're all coming in matching packages. And those packages were made at Minuteman Press as well. You'll see my return address to the warehouse. I got a warehouse. I got a warehouse, apartment number 1.
Their warehouse.
Somebody's warehouse.
Let me see what these. What's the name of these shirts? Oh, this is quality stuff here.
Yes, I only wear quality.
The quality.
Quality.
Yeah.
So that's our sponsor for tonight, and of course, many different shows that we've done. And if you come and see a live event, you'll see these shirts are on sale through Minuteman Press as well. So what else is going on in your world nowadays that you're moving from making sandwiches to drinking healthy sodas?
No, not soda. Water.
I know, but I had to say soda. Tell us.
Alkaline water.
Alkaline water. So Johnny here is now in business selling healthy water. How'd that even happen?
And coffee. Don't forget about
And
the
coffee.
Ringside coffee.
I forgot about
Alkaline
the coffee.
Yeah.
I want the coffee.
Ringside coffee.
I should have a cup of coffee with me
And
right
the
now.
funny part about it, the Ringside coffee, there's heavyweight is Dunkin'. I mean, heavyweight would be Starbucks. Middleweight is Dunkin' Donuts, and your diner is lightweight. And then I have a tea that's called Last Round, and Last Round has fleet in it. It's something when you go for your talking about your colonoscopy, if you had just a little drop in there, if you detox with this
man.
tea, it really works.
You mean Fleet Enema?
Yes, it's in there.
So you having Fleet is in your water?
No, it's in the coffee. And no, it's in the tea, excuse me. It's in the tea.
Oh.
So when you have to go, it's called detox tea, but it's called Last Round. You see the guy with the gloves like this.
So we could buy this tea and have a good shit.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You know, when you're out with your friends, that's all we talk about now is medicine. Hey, did you take a good shit? I took a great shit the
Because
other
if
day.
you don't
Oh,
shit-
my God. I took a shit at 3 a.m. Oh yeah, I was in bed.
Here's a great conversation. Montego Bay, 1987. Hey man, did you see how hot that chick was? Now, hey man, have you shit today?
You got any Viagra? I need it with my shit.
I had to shit, but the Viagra kicked in. I hit myself in the chin.
Yeah. We give it to Grandpa so he doesn't fall out of bed.
Go to Minute Man Press. Use my promo code, Mike Marino. Get 10% off.
I'm with the midget.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Man, I'd give anything to be 23 years old, not caring about anything anymore. Just going to the dance club, trying to figure out if it's a good one or not. Remember nothing bothered you?
Nothing.
You go up to a girl and say, hey, you want to dance? She'd be like, no. You ask the person right next to her, how about you?
No, we asked
They
everybody.
really didn't give a shit.
about
You don't want
numbers.
to dance? Let's screw you. How
It was
about you?
It was about numbers.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? The bouncers only let the girls. We let 3 girls in and 1 guy. 3 girls and 1 guy. But we never waited on a line. Tell that true story. We never waited on a line.
Because we knew somebody.
We knew somebody. And we brought them food.
I brought him a hot dog. Brought him the number 4 from nothing.
No. We did take care of the bouncers there. If you feed the bouncers, they don't bother you. I do that now at the tiki bar.
We used to feed the lifeguards.
Oh, did you really? Mm-hmm. My friend Ross is the oldest lifeguard right now
Where?
in Belmont.
Oh, really?
He's one of the oldest.
Imagine that.
Yeah. He's 50.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
No, he's in better shape than me and you, bro. I swear. You guys see this guy. He's in that DJs all the time. And I say, how'd you do? Oh, good.
Remember there was Reggie's across the street from the beach. And
That was a motorcycle bar.
Oh,
mostly.
it was like,
Come on.
you could tell what was inside the bar by the outside and what it looked like.
Yeah.
So you went to Reggie's and you knew there was going to be a bunch of snaggle-tooth, homeless, white trash bums in there. Then you went right around the corner and they had a place called Mary's Husband's Pub. And there were kids in there because they got to race their turtles.
Turtle races.
You'd see a 14, 15-year-old kid in there with a turtle going, come on, use my turtle. He'll win, he'll win. And we were gambling on these stupid turtles that ended up running in the wrong direction.
That was a big thing on Tuesday nights.
Mary's
Big
Husband's
thing.
Pub.
Mary's Husband's Pub. Tuesday nights, turtle races. They were fun.
The
That was best time.
Tropical.
Oh, Tropical
Pub.
That was across the street. You had a couple of our friends walked across that water to go there. Remember that?
More old school people. Looked like an AA meeting, quite honestly. Everybody was smoking in that club,
Yeah, you could smoke in that club.
right?
Yeah.
Then there was DJs. Then there was the headliner. Then there was the Polo Club. Then there was the Tides.
Oh my God! Yeah,
And then there was, what was across the street from Montego Bay? It rivaled it.
Oh yes.
It tried
Wasn't long.
to.
Wasn't that
No,
long?
a couple years.
Yeah.
Tried to. It's right there on the end of my tongue. Dance Club.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
the
how
hell was
about
that called?
Columns?
Columns. That's a different town.
That was in Avon.
Yeah.
You only went there to get rich old broads.
Yes.
They're called the casket dancers. You get the rich old broads, and they never said no. Never.
You want to dance? Sure, I do.
I love to dance with you.
What the hell was the name of the club across from Montego?
Oh my God, we'll get it next week.
It had like a black palm tree,
Yeah. I can see it.
like
right
an
in front.
oasis.
Yeah.
The Wonder Bar. No, that
Wonder
was
Bar. That's Wonder Bar is the Wonder Bar. That's a good place. That lady runs a good show.
There was a
over there.
lot of crazy places in Belmont. The Wonder Bar is Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still enjoy Port Asbury.
Tell everybody where they can find you on the internet. We all know that we can find you on Mondays at the Tiki Bar.
You can always find me at the Tiki Bar, but if you're looking for like clean water in your home, I do the whole house filtration. LegacyWorld615.com. Just check it out. And there's so much to read on there. You'll be surprised. Every house I do is worth $20,000 more after I'm done. And then I'll give you a shirt from Minuteman Press. I'll go over there and I'll say I was with the midget. I gotta get that shirt now. I really got. You gotta make me those shirts. Gotta call this guy.
Well, listen, we got to get going because my disc is almost full. I want to thank my friend Johnny Salami for coming down to the basement and having some fun. Look him up on the internet. Stay in touch. Remember, let's make America Italian again. You don't know nothing. You don't see nothing. You don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing with my guests. Don't take no shit from nobody.
Don't take no shit.
No, we got to do it together.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
Ready? Don't take no shit from nobody. Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.